Welcome everyone, this is Laboratory Tech 13 here from the RIPTIDE Project Laboratory, and today we are starting our stream with a special Quicken Live. So what is Quicken, you might ask? It is our latest Magic the Gathering news show. We only have one episode up on our YouTube right now, so this will be our second episode. And of course, we'll be talking about cool new things that have been happening in the Magic the Gathering news sphere. So the first thing that we want to talk about today, and other topics that we will be talking about, include the state of the beta for May 9th, I believe is today. May 10th, sorry. We'll also be talking about the future of Brawl. They actually released an article that have put out some changes to Brawl. That should be very fun to look at. And then, of course, some interesting more spoilers for Core 2019, the Core set coming back this year, which will be premiering some of its Planeswalker decks at GP Vegas on June 15th. I will be there. You will, of course, be able to see my vlog of my trip. You will be able to see probably a quick view of the Core 19 boosters as well. So we've got a lot of content coming here on the RIPTIDE Project Laboratory, and we're really glad for you to be part of the lab team. So the first thing we want to go over today is the state of the beta. So let me get that up for you right there. So the state of the beta. We want to go over just to quickly read off basically what is going on in this post that you can see here from Chris Clay, who is an official developer on Magic the Gathering Arena. And of course, you know, Arena is something that we really enjoy here on RIPTIDE Project Laboratory. We've got a lot of cool decks, a lot of cool stuff that we put up on our YouTube channel. And of course, if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you, of course, for patronizing our channel and checking out all the other things that we have to offer. So if you want to start off here, it says, thanks for joining me for another state of the beta. If you're looking for a discussion, you've come to the right place. Right now, you're probably already focused on the next headline or just skipping the sentence. Let's go straight to it. The economy post is still incoming, so if you want to wait about that, that's going to be there. A lot of people are currently still interested in looking at the economy for Magic the Gathering Arena. They really feel like that free-to-play players need some more boost into the economy so that they don't feel like they're being left behind by the pay-to-play players. Sorry, it's a tongue twister there. And I kind of agree. I feel like the pay-to-play players have basically surged ahead of the free-to-play players right now, and a lot of people are taking to social media to talk about their problems and other things that have been happening with Magic the Gathering Arena that make them feel like they are getting left out. And this is definitely going to be a step forward, I'm hoping, with some more economy updates soon. So if we scroll down here, we can see we're currently releasing more content than the free-to-play economy can handle. We're in a unique time right now with releases that have a set or multiple sets dropping every 6 weeks. So what this means is that they're having trouble keeping players caught up because they're releasing sets pretty fast, right? They're trying to get into full standard on Arena, which is what a lot of people want. They want to be able to play with all their cards, do testing for paper Magic, do testing for tournaments, something that Magic the Gathering Online already does, but they want to do it in a setting that's a little bit more flashy or better to stream as well. So let's see, they're putting a huge strain on the economy for existing players, especially with this moving to a known format. We believe this pain point will ease when we have 12 weeks of play between new sets. So basically they're waiting for everything to get in, and then they'll be hoping that that'll work for them there. We've compressed 83 weeks of content into a couple dozen weeks. Yes, they have released so many things so fast. I really applaud them for being able to get out sets quickly, because a lot of people, things will get stale, right? The amount of content is a challenge that will always exist for new players, and something we're actively working on to help guide players from their first steps in Magic the Gathering Arena through to having multiple great decks. So thanks so much for the feedback. Feedback is king here. You must make sure to give your feedback to the developers. They are listening always, all the time. They are listening. The transition from one top end to your second is pretty hard. Definitely agree with that. With the first, you get to grow your deck. The second, you really need to complete it before you feel ready to play with it. Also agree with that. We're working on creating a better space for players to advance while not playing their best deck. So they're looking to have a mode where you can take a pre-constructed deck, which I'm assuming when they get into open beta, when they do a wipe, when they get into full release, they're gonna do pre-constructed decks so people can play right off the bat. Of course, they don't want you to start out with nothing, and then that'll probably have some sort of league where you can drop your decks into that as well. Since the launch of Dominaria, we've seen a jump in playtime across all segments of the player base. Of course, Dominaria is just making everything much more popular. People want to play with the new cards. What else? And that's correlated to a huge spike in the amount of gold and packs generated by the free-to-play economy, so a lot of people have a lot of cards. Since the launch of Dominaria, more gold has been introduced, generated through play. And because they introduced more gold into the economy, you can get it through Quick Constructed now. You can see that I've been saving thousands of gold on my streams if you've been watching. None of this to say we're in a perfect spot. Definitely not in a perfect spot yet. Still have pain points, things they want to kind of smooth out before the full release so people can get the best they want out of it. Okay? There was a lot of great discussion about best of 1 limited versus best of 3 limited. Cards like the defeat cycle can go from strong sideboard picks to basically dead weight best of 1. Yep, so limited is definitely needing some issues there. Best of 3 draft events are definitely something they're looking to have, and they want to have it side by side. Variable rewards, lots of problems that they've seen with variable rewards in the quick draft and flash event. So they're going to try to have probably an update to that, but not soon. They're not going to update that anytime soon, but they are looking at it, so it's good to know. Reward alerts, if you're in the middle of an event, you will currently not receive a notification of your rewards. In fact, you won't even likely see rewards without restarting your client, so probably they're going to fix better notifications in the client. Seems like something that's they'll do in the back end. That seems pretty good. Best of 3 matches are coming. That's pretty much, everybody knew about that. That was pretty much the thing that we already know is coming soon. Sideboards are definitely going to be a thing, so make sure to get ready to use sideboards soon. In-match updates, we're working hard to improve some sticking points because they're looking to get Kaladesh and Core Set 2019, which is pretty big for them. They're going to probably have that back-to-back, meaning they're going to have Kaladesh come out, and then Core 2019 is going to be the month after. So I would assume Kaladesh by the end of the month, and then Core 19 maybe a week after or something like that in July. Because in June is where they're going to show off Core 19, right? So they've been reducing the client memory footprint. That actually happened a little bit earlier, a couple weeks ago. They've been reducing how much basically the memory the game takes up. So they're going to do another update to do that again. They're going to change the issues that have been going on with first strike and end of turn. Basically, if you have first strike or double strike, when you click on it, it says end of turn instead of like continue combat, basically. So they're gonna fix that. They're gonna basically update the settings. The settings are a little bit slow right now. It's really hard to get into the settings and change things without the client slowing down. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna change that. Auto tap. They're going to, wow, they're actually going to work on fixing the auto tap. That one's really more of a surprise to me. I didn't know if they were going to actually fix it or not. Basically, the way auto tap works right now is that it doesn't consider your other options in your hand before it taps mana for your spells. And that's a big issue because it can tap things that are like colorless or white or red, and then you won't be able to play the spells you need to on your turn. So you have to kind of guide the auto tap by tapping planes or red mana or something like that. Land chasing minigame. We're working on a solution to this because it isn't a fun minigame. Basically, they don't want you to feel like you're having trouble getting your lands. They want to smooth out land draws. That's probably just for best of 1. Best of 3 is definitely something where land draws just happen. Order simultaneous triggers. So basically, they're going to make it so that people doing combo can do their combos without worrying about their combos not going off. So that'll be cool. And of course, with ban cards, with Kaladesh and Aethervolt coming in, they're going to definitely ban some cards. Basically, Rampage Frostodon and Ramen of Runes will be gone. For the final wipe, they'll just reimburse for their banned cards. They'll probably give like wild cards for those cards or something like that. So it'll be really cool. This should be really fun. And then basically that's it. Feedback's coming and it won't stop coming. They're entirely right. Feedback just needs to keep coming in. If you have feedback for Magic the Gathering, make sure you let them know. on Arena Twitter at MTG_Arena using the hashtag MTG Arena, or sending them an email. You can also send them an email or what have you, or you can join the Arena Discord if you are a part of the Arena community in the beta like I am, and you can get on there and you can help people out, and it should be pretty easy to get into contact and get some suggestions out there. Definitely we're trying to make Arena the best we can be before it goes into launch, and this is where we're starting. So that's it for my segment there on the state of the beta. Let's go ahead and move into next, the future of Brawl. Alright, so let's go into the future of Brawl. And what we're going to do there is we're going to switch over to the article about it. I've taken the time to basically skip all the way down the article. There's lots of discussion about the philosophy of what they want to do with Brawl and stuff like that. Suffice to say, the updates for Brawl for today include a change to the one-on-one Brawl, which will make it so that you have 20 life instead of 30. They're looking probably to tweak that even further if 20 life becomes too easy to kill players, if aggro rises better than control or what have you. They're also making it so that if you have a colorless commander, you have to choose one of a single basic land type. So all forests, or all mountains, or all islands if you're playing a colorless commander. So if you want to build Karn Scion of Urza, if you want to build Hope of Girapur, if you want to build Traxos, Scourge of Krug like I do, you're going to have to use a specific one type of land only. The reason why they didn't want to put Waste in, because Waste is a little bit hard to get right now, and they don't know for sure if they'll ever reprint it in a way so that it'll be available all the time. So they don't want to make it so that you feel like you just never can get the right lands for your Brawl deck as a rotating format. And then the next things they want to do, of course, is ban and restrict some cards. And what other cards are they going to ban and restrict? Well, if you haven't been following the Brawl format thus far on Magic the Gathering Online, it is 1v1 on there, and Baral, Chief of Compliance, has been destroying all leagues and letting people get free wins, basically, and getting free stuff out of Magic the Gathering Online. And of course, you know, that might be a little bit too much. They might think it's a little bit too broken. So they're gonna ban Brawl. So on the ban list, well, off the ban list at first, you can see here is Aetherworks Marvel, Felidar Guardian, Attune with Ether, Rogue Refiner, Rampaging Ferocidon, and Ramanop Ruins. Yes, so those cards that were banned in Standard, they're a lot less powerful in one-ofs in Brawl. So they've taken those off. Smuggler's Copter, still banned. So sorry. It's a really good card, and every deck is probably going to run it, so they took that off. They left that on the ban list, I'm sorry. Also, they've put on Baral. So banned Baral, banned Sorcerer's Spyglass, turns off Planeswalkers really easily, and in a Brawl format, you really don't want that afflicting your opponent's Planeswalkers. It would be really bad. So, going on from there, they changed the life total. We've already done that. And future formats, future plans, they're going to look at more feedback, of course, for it, and change anything. Basically, they're going to want to try to ban things as soon as possible, change life totals, change parameters of Brawl to make it the smoothest, rotating, non-commander, commander-like format in Magic the Gathering, okay? Alright, so let's move on from there to the next part, which is, Core 2019, yes! So if you've been following Core 2019, you know that some of the comments have been mysteriously pulled out of Dominaria booster boxes, and another post showed up today with some more comments pulled out of booster boxes. So let's go over the cards here today. We'll go over them quickly. You can see them in the pictures to the right. I am, of course, getting this from Reddit. We'll start with Goblin Motivator, 1 red. 1/1 that has tapped, target creature gains haste until end of turn. Pretty good card. The Goblin Instigator that you might have seen before. When it enters the battlefield, it makes a 1/1 Goblin red, or 1/1 red Goblin creature token for 2 mana. Sure Strike, +3/+0 and first strike, it's a reprint. Tormenting Voice, also a reprint. Onaki Ogre, a 4/2 for 3 mana. I don't know if it's a reprint, it might be. We've got Catalyst Elemental. This also might be new. I'm not sure. I haven't seen this card before myself, but it's a 2/2 for 2 and a red. Sacrifice Catalyst Elemental, add 2 red to your mana pool. Now, it doesn't actually say to your mana pool, but of course you know what that means. Trumpet Blast, that's a reprint. Hostile Minotaur, probably a reprint. 3 and a red for a 3/3 haste. Lava Axe, that's a reprint. Fire Elemental, that's a reprint. Knight of the Tusk, this might be new. 4 and 2 white for a 3/7 Vigilant Human Knight. Pretty awesome, great flavor text. Horse, who needs a horse? We got Inspired Charge, 2 and 2 white. Creatures you control get +2/+1 until end of turn, that's a reprint. Dwarven Priest, that you might have seen before. 3 and a white. When it enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life for each creature you control. Loxodon Linebreaker, 2 and a white for a 3/2. Trusty Pack Beast, 2 and a white for a 2/3 that gets you an artifact back. Oresco Swiftclaw, that's a reprint. Revitalize, 1 and a white for you gain 3 life, draw a card, instant. Mighty Leap, that's a reprint. Daybreak Chaplain, 1 and a white for a 1/3 lifelink. Rustwing Falcon, 1 white for a flying 1/2 bird. Gearsmith Prodigy, 1 blue for a 1/2 that gets +1/+0 as long as you control an artifact. This is pretty sweet. I actually like this a lot because I feel like it would go into the deck with Inventor's Goggles. Because if you play Inventor's Goggles and then you play this, the creature you control will be a 3/4, which is really good rate for 2 mana. I like that a lot. It's a pretty good combo. We got Omen Speaker, that's a reprint. Disperse, 1 and a blue, that's a reprint. Anticipate, that's also a reprint. Dwindle, which is a new card, 2 and a blue, enchantment aura. Enchanted creature gets -6/-0. When it blocks, destroy it. Pretty good. Uncomfortable Chill, this also might be a reprint. Divination is a reprint. Tolarian Scholar is a reprint. Scholar of Stars is, I think, new. 3 and a blue, 3/2 when it enters the battlefield if you control an artifact, draw a card. So there's a lot of artifact synergies here in M19, or Core 19. Cancel, reprint. Frilled Sea Serpent, I think this might be new. 4 and 2 blue for 4/6. 5 and 2 blue can't be blocked this turn, so basically the turn afterward you can make it unblockable. Pretty good. And of course there's all the cards listed there you can see. So that's basically it for our showcase of the cards from Core 19. And that'll be it for our Quicken latest Magic the Gathering news. And of course, I really appreciate everybody watching this on YouTube. And as always, the research never ends.